guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, evening, or night whenever you are watching this video. Today I will just be talking to you guys about like some personal issues, not that personal, but just like personal questions, like how to get over a breakup, how to gain enough confidence to like make the first move if you're a girl, like, you know, to make the first move on a guy or shoot your shot at a guy. And then, you know, little questions like that here and there. I don't know, I've thought about it for a while and I was like, let's make a video about it. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and like this video, and comment down below any, you know, video ideas that you guys want to see. And without further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, so yeah, I don't know where this all came from. I was just sitting thinking and I was like, yeah, why not do a video, you know, a little advice video about relationship things. I don't know if it's gonna be all about relationships. It might just be all about relationships. I have no clue what I'm even gonna name this video yet. I don't really know like what all, you know, I'm gonna cover. I know a few things that I'm gonna talk about and that I want to talk about, but I'm just going with whatever comes out of my mouth, whenever I have on my mind. So I think like the first big topic that I want to talk about is how to get over a breakup, or how to get over an ex, or how to get over a relationship. Any of those all falls into the same category. So personally, I have not been in a, how do you say, like, I haven't been in a serious relationship in maybe 4 or 5 years now. So the last relationship that I had that was pretty big was in high school. So I was like 16 or 17 years old. So I don't have the best, you know, idea of like how dating is now. Well, actually no, I know exactly how dating is now. It's so difficult to date now because there's so many different things in play. There's social media and there's this and there's that, but I don't know, I haven't been in a relationship and I haven't had a breakup and heartache in a while. So, but I feel like what I'm gonna say is generally pretty usable and it's gonna be pretty helpful. So I'm gonna use, you know, some of my experiences to, I guess, like help y'all. But I don't know how to get over an ex. There's a lot of things you can do to get over an ex. Personally, when I was going through my little heartbreak and my breakup and I was trying to get over my ex, one thing that I really did was made myself get busy. Like, I was doing something constantly, whether that be, the biggest thing I did was work out though. Like, that was the main thing that I did to kind of get my mind off of it, because whenever I would get upset or whenever I would stress about it or whenever I would think too much about it, I would literally just put on my not my sweatpants, but like my joggers, put on some tennis shoes and run out the door. Like, I don't know, for me it was really therapeutic to just run. I remember like at the beginning, like the first like few months or so, I was like in my room kind of just to myself and so upset about it. And my mom came in my room and was just like, you know, or she came to me and was just like, hey, you need to get out, you need to go do something, let's go take a walk around the neighborhood. And I was like, okay. And so we go and we take a walk around the neighborhood and we're just talking, and it turned out to be really helpful. And I don't know what about it, and it also helped that my mom was there, so like it was somebody that I could talk to while we were walking. That helped a lot. So I would recommend get yourself busy. Working out is probably like the best thing because it's so healthy. I mean, I use that, like I used my hurt and my like anger, my frustration, and I put that into working out, and it just like fueled my fire. So like I'd go to the stadium at my high school and I would run the track. I would run the track time and time again, just like lap after lap after lap, and I'd run up and down the stadium and up and down the stadium. That was probably, in like those like 2 years, I was probably the most fit and the most healthy I have ever been, because I would work out every single day. Like, it never failed, because there was always a new day that something made me mad or made me upset or made me feel some type of way that I just had to go blow off steam. So I was like super fit back then, and I wasn't even intentionally trying to like gain weight or lose weight. It was just a way for me to blow off steam. So I really recommend like working out. Go to the gym, go to your local stadium, just walk around the neighborhood, take a run, I don't know, but just do something to like blow off that steam. Because if you're sitting in your room constantly thinking about it, then you're gonna be tempted to go on your phone and to look at those old pictures and to go through that person's social media and go through y'all's text messages or whatever the case may be. You might even be inclined or, you know, tempted to text them or call them. So just do not sit in your room. Like, you have like a day or two. I would give you maximum a week to be like dwelling in your sorrow and being all like upset. But then after that week, I need you to get up and go do something, whether that be working out, whether that be really like going hard on whatever craft you're working at. I don't know if that would, you know, could be YouTube or schooling or a business that you're trying to start or a hobby that you're really into. Like, go full throttle in whatever you want to do, and use that time and you use those feelings and that negativity as fuel for something positive. So that's one thing that I recommend. Make yourself busy. Do not sit there for more than a week and cry about it. I mean, it's gonna hurt, and breakups suck, and I never ever wish heartbreak on anyone. Luckily, I have only been through one, and I've only had one heartbreak, you know, but not many people, you know, there's some people who have been through multiple, and just learn from each one. And after a while, like at the beginning, you're gonna feel hurt and you're gonna be like, why, you know, why is this happening? And this doesn't make any sense. But as time goes on, it's gonna make sense, and you're gonna realize that you learned so much from that breakup. Like, now that I look back at it, I'm just like I laugh about it now because it's like, that was in high school and I'm 20 years old. I'm turning 21 this year, and it's just like, that's funny. Like, but who knew that that was gonna be like the only relationship I got in that really taught me like everything. Like, that relationship taught me so much. And in the time, of course, my 16-17-year-old brain couldn't really like understand what was going on. But now that I look back, and I'm just like, wow, like him doing that, or him saying this, or him being that way, like that really just taught me such a huge lesson. Keep in mind that everything happens for a reason, and you're not supposed to be with that person, clearly. So use that as fuel to go and make yourself better for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Don't do it for that girl or that guy or your ex or whatever. Do it for you. Do something that is positive. And when I say like go out and get yourself busy, I don't mean go to the club every weekend or go to the club every night. Do something productive. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But also do something that is positive. Hang out with friends, hang out with family. Start applying yourself more in school. If you want to go study abroad, start like getting all the things that you need to get done to study abroad. Or if you want to join a club, join a club. Or if you want to go to a certain social event, go to that event. Or whatever the case may be. If you're in high school, get involved in some clubs, hang out with friends. Start working on college applications if you're like around senior, junior year. Another thing I recommend doing, and this is another big thing that I did and I would so recommend doing, is to use that handy feature on the iPhone and mute that person, okay? If it's your ex or your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, mute them. I wouldn't say block their number, because personally, like, I don't like blocking people because I feel like that's such a slap in the face. I hate when people block me. And so I don't like blocking people, but I do recommend muting their messages, muting their contact. So if you're on your phone and you're out having a good time, or let's say like you're on a run and you're blowing off steam, you're really thinking positive, you know, everything's moving in a positive direction for that day, and you look at your phone and you see their name pop up on your phone, then of course you're gonna instantly like want to go cave back and like get all scared, and your progress is gonna retract. So I recommend just muting that person. Use that, you know, or it's do not disturb. Put that person on do not disturb. And you know, if you're running and whatnot and you don't see their name pop up on your phone, then you're not gonna think about them, and it's just easier, honestly, if you put that person on do not disturb. Another thing is use that feature on Twitter and mute that person. I muted my ex when I was trying to get over him. I muted him because it's like, it's true what they say, out of sight, out of mind. Literally, if I did not see anything that he tweeted, if I didn't see any pictures of him, if I didn't see his messages, anything, then it would slowly get out of my mind. So if you're on Twitter and you see your ex tweet something, clearly it's going to trigger something in you, because you're going to be like, oh, they can tweet and they're not texting me, or I wonder what they're doing, or right? No. Mute that person on Twitter. You can mute people on Snapchat, because I've muted people on Snapchat. And I don't know about Instagram. I'm not too sure about that. But definitely mute them, and you're not going to see their tweets. You're not going to see if they like something or if they retweet something. Actually, you might have to mute a few people. Like when I was, you know, going through my little heartbreak, I had to mute quite a few people, because there were some people that we were friends with and they would mention him and I'd see that, and then like I'd be tempted to go look at what they were talking about. Don't do that. Mute. If you see anybody ever mention that person, mute that person. And you just, I mean, they're never gonna know, you know, they're never gonna be like, oh, how'd you, they don't get those notifications. So just mute them. Another thing I really recommend is deleting those pictures. I know that's like kind of like but I found it really helpful when I deleted the pictures, just because if I have them, then I know I'm gonna go back and look at them, and that's gonna like trigger something in me. And so I wanted to delete my pictures. Of course, I put them somewhere else where I didn't lose them forever, because I am a picture hoarder, so I love my pictures. I do not want to delete any pictures that have meaning to me. So of course I didn't like completely get rid of them. They're somewhere, I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere. But yeah, if you're like me and you want those pictures for like the future, that you do know that eventually you're gonna get over that person, you're gonna want to look back at those pictures, well then yeah, send them to like an email or send them to your Google Drive. I don't know how that works, but do that, and then delete them off your actual phone. And don't just delete them from your photo album, delete them from your recently deleted as well. Just completely get rid of it off your phone. If y'all have text messages, I know it might be difficult, but delete the text messages. That's what I did. I deleted our text messages. It helped because you're not tempted to go back and look at y'all's thread and like you know, because that's one thing at the beginning, that's one thing that I didn't do. I saw our text messages and I would be so tempted to go read them, but really and truly all that did was make things worse, because I would sit there and like be all up in my head about it, and it's draining. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, wow, like saying this out loud is so cringe, because it's like, ugh, I can't believe I did that. So there's one thing that I do not recommend when you're trying to get over your ex, and that is trying to immediately get with someone else. Personally, I don't think that's the right thing to do, because for example, if you were in a relationship for a year, so you were in a relationship for a year with this person, and y'all break up or whatever the case may be, my personal opinion, and I don't know where I heard this from, or if someone told me this, or if I read it somewhere, or if I came up with it on my own, I don't know. But I've always told people, if you are in a relationship, for example, if you're in a relationship for a year and y'all break up, take half of that, which is 6 months, and use those 6 months to relearn yourself, to rebuild, to do something for you. Because when you're in a relationship, you tend to kind of lose sight of your individual goals, and that's not good. I mean, obviously you should, when you're in a healthy, good relationship, you're not going to lose sight of those individual goals, because you're going to, you know, y'all are going to remind each other of those. But if it's a relationship like not a good relationship, or if y'all are young, use those 6 months or the year or whatever, half the time that you were in the relationship, use that time to relearn yourself, to remind yourself of your self goals, and to actually start working on them. That's one thing, you know, I highly stress. Don't jump into something so quick afterwards, because most times out of not, you're vulnerable at that time. When you're vulnerable, you will take anything, and that could lead also to another bad relationship, because somebody can see that you're vulnerable and take advantage of that. So save yourself the trouble and just take your time off, relearn yourself, get that self love up, and you know, don't put a wall up, but get to the point where you're not so like vulnerable that someone can take advantage of you, and then go back and join into a relationship when you obviously feel like you're ready. So yeah, those are just a few things that I recommend doing to try to get over your ex. It's nothing crazy, but I do think that those 3 things, what did I say? I said like 3 things. I think those 3 things really do help, and before you know it, you will be over your ex. Trust me, it is the cycle of life. Nobody wants to go through a breakup. Nobody wants to go through heartbreak, and it sucks. I never wish that upon anybody, but there's a lesson behind all of it, and one day you're gonna know it. So don't, because whenever I was going through it, I really did think that it was like, that was it. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm never gonna be happy again, and oh, I'm cringing on the inside, you guys. But I really did think that, and there's nothing wrong with that, I guess, because it's natural to think that. But once you've stepped back further enough and enough time has passed, you realize like, oh my gosh, I was so stupid. Like, of course there's life after a breakup, and there is life after a breakup. You will live, and you will meet new people, and you will get into another relationship, and all will be well, you know. And just think of it like, okay, he's not even your perfect one. Like, And one thing that I really did think about and that I really kept reminding myself of when I was going through my whole like breakup, and even to this day, is that like if I thought I was, you know, if I was that happy with someone who wasn't the one for me, just imagine how happy I'm gonna be with someone who is the one for me, like my person. Like I'm excited, and that's what kept me going. That's what keeps me going, because it's just like, oh my gosh, like at one time I was that excited, and I cannot wait to be that excited again with the actual right person. Like the thought of that blows my mind, and that's exciting enough for me, and that's what kept me like, okay, I got this. Because if I was that happy with somebody who's not for me, then just imagine how happy I'm gonna be with the person who is for me. Like that happiness I'm too excited about. And how can you be upset when you know that one day you're going to be that happy again? Like, so you just have to really like think about it in a positive way and alter your way of thinking about things. Don't think that, oh, this is the end and I'm never gonna find anybody and that was the only person I can be with and this and the third. Because no, trust me, you're gonna find somebody who is out there who's 10 times better than that person, and you're gonna be 10 times happier, and all will be well. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do today, because I feel like I got into depth, so this is gonna be a really long video. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys want me to do more videos like this, ask some relationship or just any kind of questions, honestly. Anything that you need advice for, leave them down below. Or even if you want to just email it to me, like if it's personal, you want it to email it to me, I will have my email in the down bar, and you can just like type out y'all stories and email it to me. I've always wanted to do that, like read other people's stories and then give y'all advice. I feel like that'd be really fun. I actually do want to start a series on my channel like that, so I will either type my email on the screen. It'll definitely be in the down bar though, so if you have a story, you have an issue and you don't want to put it in like publicly in my comments, email me. I will be watching out for them, and then maybe in a week or so, or even if I get enough, I might do another one of these sooner than a week and read, you know, y'all's messages or y'all's emails and help you guys out. If you want to be anonymous, just say that in the email. If you want me to give you a random name, say that. If you don't care if I say your real name, then say that, or don't say that you want to be anonymous. Either way, I'm probably just gonna make up fake names just for personal, you know, security reasons, but it's whatever you want. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really quick and impromptu, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I helped someone out there. And if it was helpful, of course, give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.